doing like me.
Hello and welcome to 5 at 5. India continue their medal run in the Commonwealth Games. We are seeing a continuous surge in medal tally of the Indian team, and they have already surpassed. I think they are touching the 30 medal mark now. We have seen gold and silvers coming from different events this afternoon, this evening. So hopefully the day will see a conclusive, a good end for the Indian medal contingent. We'll discuss about the Commonwealth Games, the ongoing events, and of course the upcoming BCCI review meeting. So let's start. Shamika, what has been your assessment of this Commonwealth Game campaign?
Shubhan, we can say that the Indian contingent saved the best for last. Today is the last medals. Today is the last day when medals are up for grabs. And this morning, I was checking the medals tally, and it was very underwhelming in the sense I saw Australia 118 and India 20. So, it is not even a chasm, it's a gulf. And it is Commonwealth Games we are talking about. But on the final day, Indian athletes are getting medals, a couple of gold medals already, a couple of gold medals. Yesterday was good. Those two judokas, brilliant and fantastic stories, fantastic life stories, human interest stories. I mean, that was sort of page one stuff, page one anchor stuff. But I
Hmm.
think all said and done, the IOA, Indian Olympic Association, should not be satisfied overall, the overall
Hmm.
performance. It is, see, Commonwealth Games is not Olympics. It is
Hmm.
not even Asian Games, given that China is not there. Because once China is in a competition, and China is in a competition, it changes the whole equation. So it
Right.
is after that. So here you expect, I know certain disciplines are not there in this edition of the Commonwealth Games where India did well in the
Right.
previous edition. But all said and done, when you see Australia 118 and they might go past 130
Yeah.
in terms of medals tally, and if you compare India with that, you have to say that it's a bit underwhelming.
Very true, very true. So far, like I mean, Australia and US, these are China, for that matter. China are not here, but these are the three countries, three global superhouses, superpowers, which are the landmarks, which are the benchmarks for the countries like India who are trying to be a sporting nation right now. Sonam Rana has just won a gold medal in men's shot put F57 event. Lawn bowls unfortunately lost in a tie break. Shubham Jayal won a silver medal in men's shot put at 57 event, same event as Sonam Rana's. So gold and silver they will be sharing. And apart from that, if you see the entire afternoon, there has been so many medals which India have won. Bharat, you have been interviewing the hockey players. A lot of controversy going around hockey right now. Have you heard something around the jersey color from the players that you interviewed?
Oh, they were not exactly. I can see they were not exactly ready to talk about that. So,
Mm,
I was basically talking more about the tactics
mm,
surrounding some of the recent tactics that I've seen, strategies that I've seen. It was more about the live journeys. So I didn't exactly
mm,
go deep into it because the coach, especially, wasn't really sure about talking about that. But yes, that's something that it was not needed for the Indian hockey team because India have not done well in hockey World Cups in the last 51 years. The best position was fifth, I guess, in '94.
mm,
I remember watching that a particular World Cup. It was the first time I ever watched hockey World Cup live via
mm,
the defunct Prime Sports. So India didn't need this kind of a controversy. They could have continued with maybe blue jersey, but maybe there is some reason that I don't know because of which they have changed it to saffron. Anyway, hopefully they will come good at the right time in the World Cup. Yes, it's going to be tough. Still don't expect India to win a medal at this World Cup, but never say never. It's still a decent to good side, and recently they have had some good performances against England, against Germany, against Netherlands. 2 3 good performances in Pro League. I understand a critic will say that Germany is a team that never seems to play their best side in Pro League. They always experiment a lot. Netherlands also perhaps experiment quite a bit, so we shouldn't read into those results. But still, it should be a confidence booster. Who knows? Maybe they will win a medal or two. But yeah, as far as the color this thing is concerned, as I noted, I'm mainly stuck to the tactics and strategies because the coach himself was not sure or talking anything outside of the World Cup strategies and that game.
Absolutely. And apart from Shonam Rada, Jadumani Singh also won a silver in boxing. Boxing men's 55 kg event. Before that, we saw Preeti Pawar winning the gold medal. There are so many names. Praveen and Selva Prabhu won silver and bronze respectively. Jasmine won the gold in women's 57 kg. Abhishek, it has been a brilliant day for India. Unfortunately, they lost in the lawn bowls, but your overall assessment of the Indian day so far in Commonwealth Games.
I mean, a pretty fantastic day and best day so far. I mean, we already have multiple gold medals and some silver finish as well. And you mentioned about the Praveen Chitravel as well that the mark doesn't tell the whole story because I mean, just look at the chili wind and the crossbinds as well. Even there was a tailwind, but still check the Glasgow weather. There was some crossbinds also, and that was fabricating the performances as well. So still a
Mhm.
great leap and. At a moment that he was leading, ahead of Jordan Scott. So
Yes.
definitely a great performance. And I still remember last time when I met Praveen Chitravel after the 2022 CWG, he
Mm,
was in tears because that time he was favored for the medal. Although Eldo's
mm,
won all the gold at the 1699, but
mm,
Praveen was literally in tear, and he showed me a wallpaper at that time. Like,
mm,
there was a gold in that wallpaper, in his phone wallpaper, and I said that, I'm not going to settle anything less than this. Also, it was silver lining for him, but it's still a
mm,
great performance. I mean, so many near misses. When we talk about Praveen, also we talk about so many near misses. He used to peak before the major events, and so when we, just start hoping that Praveen will finish inside the podium, he
mm,
fumbles a lot. I mean, except but this time he made sure that I'm going to win a medal. So. This is the medal of the day for me. That Praveen, whatever I have done, because the field was really competitive. There was another
mm.
young guy, Selva Prabhu, NCAA champion,
Yes.
World Under 20, medalist. So definitely, I mean, and his performance, I would say anything. I mean, the 16:58 is not less than 17:10 in a normal
Mm.
condition. So great performance from our boxers as well. Sakshi Chaudhary, Jasmine Lamboria. Definitely, Jasmine. I mean, if we talk about, she's a one of a
India has
kind
crossed
boxer that
30 medal mark, right?
who can,
Abhishek? India has crossed
yeah.
30. India has crossed
I
30.
have to check. I mean, if 30, then it's a big deal because
27 was in the afternoon. So with
I have to check it
many
again.
more medals coming in right now, I think they are yet to
No,
update it.
already we have 10 confirmed medal before the start of
Yes.
the day. So already three has come in boxing. Seven
Ah,
more to go, and most probably we will see four or five more gold finish as well. And Jasmine, I was
mm,
talking about, see the world
yes.
beater. I mean, people are literally talking about probably the field is all-time low in the Commonwealth game after all that happened. The IBA ban, International Boxing Association, and then World Boxing took over. So there was a lot of fabrication in the classification and the talent as well. But it's still, Jasmine is the one medal that I can say is a world class medal. And
Mm,
she also defeated Northern Ireland, three-time champion.
yes.
So definitely a great start for
Yes.
the day.
Yes, absolutely. And if you have to see, there are a lot more medals that are coming to India's way. And in the evening, you'll see a lot more, as Abhishek also said, maybe a few more gold medals coming to India's way, and that will mark a successful, a decent Commonwealth Games for the country. Before the event started, before the Commonwealth Games started, 2025 was something which everyone was predicting at one point, but to cross the 30 medal mark, maybe 35. I think it will be a successful event for all the athletes. Yes, there were some near misses also, like the lawn bowl teams, like some of the events in the past, but in the past days. But at the same time, I think it will mark a successful event for the Indian team. Shamita, coming to you, who has been the pick of the athlete for you in the Commonwealth Games? I was talking about Tejaswin Sankar with one of the friends, and even he was following. He generally doesn't follow the Commonwealth Games, but he read it somewhere after he missed the high jump event. He There was tendinitis issue, the pain. He cried in front of the press, and from there to bounce back and complete all the other events in that decathlon event, and to bag a medal there. I think Tejaswin Sankar, for me, I think he has been one of the standout athletes for the Indian team. But for you, Shamikda, who will you pick? Neeraj
Same,
Chopra
same.
bouncing back is another very good story.
No, I think Shubhan, as far as because I don't have much expertise as far as javelin throw is concerned. Niraj of late hasn't won anything, but the thing is that once again another failure yesterday. But maybe he is managing. He's a former Olympic gold medalist. He's a world
Hmm.
champion. Maybe he is managing his workload. So I'm not qualified to basically criticize him. But
Hmm.
Murali Srishankar, it's been a fantastic story of resolve and
Tejaswin
perseverance.
Sankar.
Tejas Sankar. I'm so sorry. Tejas Sankar has been a classic case of resolve and perseverance. Given that the way injuries affected him, everything, and he could have called it quits. 2 months down the line, you have Asian Games, which is a bigger event, and he could have called it quits. But now he is representing in his country, and it's sort of I'm not comparing, obviously I'm not comparing with Simone Biles. Simone Biles sort of on one leg performing that vault at the Olympics. I'm not comparing that as a way off Simone Biles at that level Olympics. But in his own way, in this tournament, Tejashin Sankar, the way he has shown resolve, courage, you have to tip your hat to him. But I want to know one thing: how many of these medals would reflect when Asian Games starts in a couple of months down the line? How many of these athletes who have won medals in their respective disciplines will can replicate? Because in at the Asian Games, you will see China, Japan, Korea, the entire Middle East into the action across disciplines, and a part of the old Soviet bloc also, like Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan. So we'll see that also. So I would like to see how many of these medal winners, how many of can emulate this kind of performance in at the Asian Games a couple of months down the line. I think Shubhan's frame has frozen. Maybe internet issues. Maybe internet issues until Shubhan is coming back. Abhishek, this is a question to you because the fact is that you follow Olympic sport and you cover Olympic sport. So, what do you think? How many of these medal winners can reflect their performance? Can replicate their performances at the upcoming Asian Games, which is 2 months down the line? Abhishek,
Yes,
can
sir.
you can you can you hear me? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, I can
am
hear.
I audible? So Abhishek, it's a question for you. It's a question for you. How many of these medal winners at the Commonwealth Games do you think can replicate their performances in their respective disciplines at the upcoming Asian Games? Because which is in 2 months, and
Hmm.
given that it's a completely different field once China is into the equation. When China is into a
Definitely.
competition, it changes the entire ball game, and then you will have Korea, Japan, the entire Middle East,
True.
Iran, and also some
It,
of the erstwhile Soviet nations like Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan.
yeah, yeah.
So all combined, how do you
So,
see this overall performance of this Indian contingent in the Commonwealth Games,
uh,
and how many of these medalists can replicate their performance at the Asian
uh,
Games?
starting with boxing and this weightlifting thing, Samigda. And if I talk about the weightlifters, we
Hmm.
have hardly, one or two contenders. More than we don't have any other contenders apart from two weightlifters that who can actually get you a medal at the Asian level because you will have the North Korea guys there. And
Exactly.
I mean, these and North Korea there is dominating at the top level as well. Not only the Asian Games, so definitely you have China, you have North Korea. Uh, you have so many competition waiting for. So definitely, I will talk about it. Still, I mean, people will talk about that weightlifting. We have done so much in the Commonwealth game, but it's still, if you go by my opinion, the performance was subpar here as well. We won the medal. That's a different case. I'm talking about a curious case of Binda Rani as well. Last time she won a silver medal at the 202 kg with the overall weight, and the gold medal, gone with the Nigeria. That was with the 203 kg. This time, Nigeria upgraded, itself with the gold at the 220 kg. Whereas Bindya Rani, she was there at the 199 kg. So definitely there was a, uh, I can say the performance was not as compared as to the Birmingham. Definitely, I can say in the most cases, weightlifting is one such thing. Mirabai is someone with whom that we can say that she is the one of contenders who can win a medal at the uh, you know, uh, that Asian Games. Gyanesri Yadav is one such girl that I was impressed. If I have to say that the standout performance in the weightlifting, she was that in all her six attempts, she actually cleared the weight with ease. And I mean, she also mentioned that it was her first day of period, so one can understand that how painful it was and how tough it was for to someone to do all these things and still executing every weight with a perfection. So, and she can she's the one who actually participated in the 49 kg in the national circuit. So she's a for me that even that was the silver, but she's a gold for me in the weightlifting. Second, if we come in the boxing, we have so many medals in the boxing, and we might get a lot in Asian Games as well. Because if we ought look at our girls, definitely if we talk about Preeti, if we talk about Jasmine, if we talk about Priya, and Sakshi, these are the girls, these are the world beaters. So definitely we have our golden chance in the Asian Games as well. In the boxing, we might get a win if these can these boxers can perform at their best. We definitely have the 4 5 medals waiting. Athletics, one thing we can say, I mean, compared to the Indian athlete in so many disciplines, we might not get the same kind of competition that we have seen in the Commonwealth Games. So definitely, I mean, for the athletics, Asian Games is going to a big boost. This is the kind of performance we can expect in the judo. Also, it is going to tough for the Indians who we have seen multiple medals there, but it is going to be tough for the Indian athletes to get the medal at the Asian Games in the judo. So these are the things overall. I don't think that we need to celebrate this medal, but we don't need to hype medal, because I can say that all gold does not get us.
Shubhan is back and handing over it to him.
Yeah, sorry, some electricity issue here. It's been raining incessantly here. But now let's shift our focus to the cricket part, the BCCI review meeting part. Shamik, any update you have? I heard that the meeting could be held virtually before the team leaves for Sri Lanka
Yeah.
on 4th.
Yeah, I have also heard it could be on Sunday or Monday, which is August 2 or 3. It will happen virtual. It would be a virtual thing. We have to keep an eye on that. And also, Tamim Iqbal, Bangladesh Cricket Board president, was supposed to drop in at the COE in Bangalore today at BCCI, Center of Excellence to have. I mean, we still don't know whether India's tour of Bangladesh will go ahead in September, but there have been some positive signs politically also, and on as far as cricket is concerned, the visa services have started a month and a half ago. Services have started. We have been hearing that Bangladesh. I'm talking about the political scenario. Bangladesh could be invited in the upcoming BRICS summit, and then cricket obviously should have a trickle down effect, and that is the reason. I mean, he has been doing I mean, I think during his tour, Tamim Iqbal will be doing that opening gambit, and very likely it might happen. Very likely it might happen, but it is very very important, the review meeting you have mentioned, because India need to find a couple of replacements as far as support staff are concerned. Rantin Dashkar is gone. Who would be the assistant coach in Sri Lanka? We know sort of Shubhadeep Ghosh is going to be the fielding coach, at least for the tour of Sri Lanka. After that, we don't know whether that will be whether this will be a permanent appointment or on a stopgap basis. That the business will have to decide. But these are the things, and Now, one more thing, that India's tour game has been truncated from a 4-day affair in Sri Lanka
Yeah.
to a 3-day affair. So these are the development, Shubhan, as far as cricket is concerned.
Right, right. Abhishek, if you want to leave, you can leave. You have a lot of things coming in from Glasgow. So, if we discuss cricket, you can leave if you want. Rohit has also joined us. Uh, so
Oh,
so
sure.
we'll catch.
Yeah,
So we'll catch
leaving.
up later. Huh. Rohit, do you have
Thanks.
any
Thanks,
update
thanks.
on the BCCI review meeting? When is it happening? What are the points that will be discussed in the meeting?
I think the first thing is, I think that's I'm not questioning what Shamikda is saying at this point of time, but it's still very confusing around that, whether it's a 3-day game or a 4-day game, that practice game which is going to be held in Sri Lanka for the Indian cricket team. So I really
Mm.
don't know at this point of time that is there any confirmation from the Sri Lankan cricket board around that, or from the BCCI side any official thing. But what I can say at this point of time, that there is a little confusion around that, whether it's going to be a 3-day or a 4-day as far as that particular practice game is concerned. I
Mm.
texted Weber also around this. So if we'll have anything related to that, we'll definitely, as Shamikda is also saying, that there could be a day minus, because similar thing have happened in England also. If you remember that practice game they have to play in Beckenham, it was again, quoted as a 4-day game, but it ended as a 3-day game. And it was not something which was played against a side. Now, here's either a Prime Minister's 11 or Board 11. They will play against a Sri Lankan team. It's not going to be a intra-squad game anymore from here onwards. So I think one thing from Sri Lanka, and the other thing which you asked as far as review meeting is concerned, what I know is 3rd of August. 3rd of August has been decided as the date. That on that
Mm.
particular date there will be, and that date was chosen quite conveniently around the players, that they want everyone to be physically present, rather than
Mm.
having a virtual presence uh, around different parts of country or different parts of the world. So you have your Shreyas Iyer with you. You have your VVS Lakshman, maybe someone from the medical part as far as COE is concerned, because one of the most important points of this review meeting is the constant injuries in Indian cricket team. So
Mm.
the way Shubman also flagged that up after that Lord's One Day International, it's pretty evident now that the most amount of time which will spent in that review meeting will be around in this, during that injury matter. Then we all know that Nitin Patel, you still need a replacement of his. Uh, but I have confirmed this, I think 3-4 days ago, with one of my sources, and he said that there is a person who is there. I'm forgetting the name at this point of time, but there is a person in place of Nitin Patel in that very post, that I cannot say at this point of time. But there is a person appointed for that. Uh, uh, you know, just not getting his
But
name
but
at this
but
point of
but,
time.
but I'm sorry to interrupt you, Rohit. If there is
Yeah,
a person appointed for that post, where is that confirmation from BCCI? Because it is an appointment. It is an
yeah,
appointment in a BCCI facility, and that is the
sure.
center of excellence we are talking about. So it cannot be just they are going and appointing someone in that capacity. If there is an appointment, there has to be a press release. There has to be an official communication. How
Plus,
come
there
Sure.
was no
without
advertisement given for it.
there is no advertisement? Where is that advertisement? I was coming to that. Where is that advertisement? They just cannot. Someone might be given the role
Yes,
on an
that's what
ad
I'm saying.
no, no, on an
That's what
ad
I'm
hoc
saying, Shamika.
basis, that
Yeah,
you just oversee this, but it
yeah, yeah,
cannot
yeah,
be
yeah.
an appointment.
Okay, okay. So, appointed, if I use the word appointed, then I'm really sorry for that. But, there is someone, what I'm saying at this point of time, that in place of Nitin Patel, there is an individual who is doing the job at this point of time as far as Center of Excellence is concerned. So what I know, that will be the most engaging part of the review meeting around that. And obviously you will divulge into that, what happened during that, T20I series, and after that, during that 1-day series also. 1-day series, I think that it will be a huge part also, because you have lost versus South Africa. You have lost versus, before that in Australia also. You have lost now versus England also. So all the major series, when you talk about major opponents, yes, you won against South Africa, but New Zealand you lost. At home you lost. So I think these all are also be the part of discussion, especially the T20 loss in England clean sweep in England and clean sweep in Ireland. But I think
Mm.
still the major and the main focus will be on the constant injuries of Indian players. And as both of you rightly said, that whether we see a official appointment, any declaration from here onwards, that whether we will have someone in an official capacity as far as the replacement of Nitin Patel is concerned, Shubhanda.
Mm. Shamikta, is the BCCI seeking any replacement for Ryan Tendashkate? As far as I understand, the coaching staff is pretty much complete. You have a batting coach, you have a pace bowling coach, you have a spin bowling coach, you have a fielding coach in Subhadeep Ghosh, and of course the head coach in Gautam Gambhir. So, is there a requirement for any additional assistant coach uh, per se in the Indian support staff?
A very good question, Shubhan, and a very good point, because one of the reasons, I mean, obviously the BCCI will not say that, and BCCI said that official word from the BCCI was that his contract expired, and we didn't extend it. But the fact of the matter is that, and we wrote this in our report, that there was a bit of a confusion in terms of role clarity as
Mm.
far as Rant and Dashkada is concerned, in terms of from his part. From his part,
Mm.
there was a bit of confusion as far as role clarity. So that was one thing. So in a case, it was a case of earlier too many cooks spoiling the broth. The thing is,
Mm.
the fact of the matter is that you are I mean, first when Gautam Gambhir came in, took over from Rahul Dravid, India had two assistant coaches, one Abhishek Nair and Ryan Tendulkar. Then Abhishek Nair, after that disastrous Australia tour in 2024, Abhishek Nair was sacked, and then there was an assistant coach. Now you have specific coaches for every department. You have
Mm.
so do you, obviously it is down to the head coach, because what usually happens, your assistants and you, this is very prevalent in football. You use your assistant as a sounding board, who can tell you in your face that if you are yeah, I mean, if you need some changes, whatever, if you are, and usually he is the connect. The assistant coach is the connect between the players and the coaching staff. It is not like someone for, especially for a junior cricketer, he might be a, he could be a little hesitant to walk up to Gautam Gambhir directly, or whoever is the head coach, and spell out his grievances or whatever he has on mind. So in that case, the assistant coach, and this is once again very prevalent in football,
Mm.
assistant coach, he works as the mediator, as the intermediary. So
Yeah.
from that point of view, an assistant coach helps. Whether that would be the case in Sri Lanka, we don't know yet. Maybe by third we'll get to know whether there would be an addition to the support staff as far as Sri Lanka is concerned.
So August 3 is an important date. The review meeting is likely to take place on that particular date, whether
See,
virtually or
Shubhan, I
physically.
just
That's
want to, I
yeah.
just want to, I mean, confirm it to our viewers that it
Mm.
is August 3 is not sacrosanct. We are
Yes,
told it could be August 2 or August 3.
August
So
3.
better, I mean, by August 3 would be, I think we would be politically correct.
By August 3. So let's see. Let's see. The review meeting will be pretty much important because India have been losing quite a few bilateral series post the T20 World Cup. So to take stock of that, what's going wrong, it is important for the BCCI also to know what's going wrong there. And of course, the Center of Excellence, the medical staff, injuries, these are also going to be a major talking point in that particular meeting. And of course, side by side the Bangladesh tour, whether that's happening or not. Tamim Iqbal coming to Bengaluru, taking a tour of the Center of Excellence, along with his couple of board directors of BCB. I think that's going to be an interesting few days as far as Bangladesh tour is also concerned. And of course, in Sri Lanka, the team will be flying out to Colombo on 4th of August. So interesting. Post the Commonwealth Games, the focus will completely shift on the Sri Lanka tour. The Delhi Premier League has also started, so Rohit will try and get you some interviews from DPL. But apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and Lots of medals coming your way from Commonwealth Games. So stay tuned to the coverage from Glasgow. Tresha, Rohan, and Boria are giving you all the updates, all the interviews, all the stories around Commonwealth Games. So do watch them also. And thank you so much for watching for now.